Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. In my lifetime, I've been subject to a barrage of new words, some of which I remember, some of which I don't seem to have the mathematical or scientific turn of mind to comprehend. Spy satellites, controlled hydrogen fusion, high-altitude infrared photography, listening posts, secret. Secrets. Now, there's a word I do understand. And as it happens, it's the key to today's tale, which concerns the greatest secret of the age. The age being the year 3000.
Jonathan, Miranda, welcome to Little Texas in the Sky.
Governor Houston, it's good to see you.
Well, for an 18-month trip through space, you two look pretty darn good. And don't call me Governor. I'm Sam to my friends. So what brings you up here to Planet Zeus?
Haven't you heard what's going on Earth?
Well, I hear lots of things, but nobody told me why America is sending its top biochemists way out here to the end of the planet cluster.
Sam, we're starving to death. The whole world is going to die of hunger.
Our mystery drama, Power of Zeus, written especially for the Mystery Theater by James Agate Jr., stars Russell Horton and Patricia Elliott. I'll be back shortly with Act One. So we look ahead. Imagine what life would be like tomorrow. Has man prevailed, or, like the atom, has he split this earth? Guessing destiny is a game we all play. For the next hour, Mystery Theater will grant us second sight into the 30th century, the year 3000.
Jonathan, feel like some coffee?
No, thanks, Miranda. You can come into the laboratory. The machines are off, just checking laser coherence.
How's the experiment going?
It's not.
I still haven't come up with an answer.
And we're not going to. It just isn't within the realm of possibility.
Never?
Well, I wouldn't say never, but not now. Not in the year 3000.
What did the others say?
The group, the scientists?
Moscow, Paris, Rome, London, have they made any progress?
I talked to Chertoff this morning, Legrand in Paris yesterday, no dice. Dame Oswald said she'd call me at 16:05 from London. That will be Dame Oswald now.
Troy? Jonathan?
Dame Oswald. Any developments?
I'd rather not say, old chap.
Pie in the sky.
You've hit it.
Call you back.
She doesn't want to talk, does she?
No, not on the open line where anyone might overhear. Punch up the scrambler, honey.
Have you moved it?
It's on the board below the laser activator.
I guess we can thank our lucky stars that we scientists are permitted some privileges.
You mean the communication scrambler?
It's warming up. Yes, Jonathan. What I really mean is, since the world is divided into two major powers, there's no such thing as privacy for the ordinary individual.
Yeah? People brought it upon themselves. It was inevitable we'd end up with just two major councils, the Asiatics and the Anglos. You punched up the right scrambler key for London?
XLX, it's going through. I hope I've got the London scramble right. The president keeps changing the code key.
Troy, that you?
Dame Oswald?
Good connection.
Good. I'll give you my news first. I've come up with nothing. How about you, Oz?
My dear Jonathan, if a formula for shutting out those rays existed, either you or I would have found it. There's no way of sewing up great holes in the stratosphere. We're in for it.
The next step is, how do you prevent a world panic?
Keep our failure to ourselves. Our Prime Minister is going before the people on the home screens at optimum time tonight.
That means all the local leaders, Moscow, Peking, Paris, and so on, will be doing the same. And we'll be getting it from Washington on the inner circuit. Well, I'll talk to you next week, Oz.
Good.
What a time we live in,
Oh, couldn't be worse. What's left of it. Ta-ta.
I'm almost afraid to ask what she meant.
Exactly what she said, Miranda. The formula doesn't exist on this planet.
So there is no saving us.
Not that I can see.
I can't imagine where we'll go from here.
There's nowhere to go.
Tragedy is we were all warned 11 centuries ago in the 1970s.
I wouldn't like to be in the president's shoes right now.
Does he know?
If there'd been any breakthrough, he'd have been the first to know.
This is about as close to catastrophe we've ever come.
Closer. We survived the atomic war of the year 2050, the great moon floods of 2700.
Oh, and don't forget the sound bomb in 2875. And all that messing up of the human genes to improve the races 200 years ago.
So, all we've got left for this, the year 3000, is total annihilation. I don't see what the president or anyone can do. Oh, there goes the inner circuit. Let's sit down and close our eyes.
Fellow Americans, I speak to you at a time of the gravest crisis in world history. Not only devastation of our 288 states on the American mainland and abroad, but for all of civilization. This is not a moment to level blame, although generations before us were warned that pressure gases could and would pierce the ozone layer. That is why we are on the edge of death.
Jonathan,
What is it?
a message for you from the Exploratory Center.
I'm listening to the president. Tell them I'll call back.
I told them that. I think you better go pick up their voice scan. I'll keep listening to the president. They said that it was a priority one.
I'd better then.
After that, more grain, grasses, and growing vegetation will be as...
And I got big news for us, Miranda.
Hold it, the president hasn't finished.
I have asked Congress to grant this office unlimited powers to authorize space explorations in order to discover an Earth compatible with the growing needs of the Earth's 10 billion population. Rest assured, this country will do all it can in the next 20 years to keep the world from starving to death.
Well, I'm glad he told it as it is.
Now, let me tell you what the Exploratory Center phoned about. We're going up, you and I, Miranda. Science is again vaulting into space to find places for wheat fields, cornfields, hayfields. That's just for starters.
Just us Americans?
They'll all be doing it. When it comes to survival, it doesn't matter if you're an astronaut or a cosmonaut. We're sending a team to a far planet to start experiments. And you and I are elected to head it up. General Hale said, Troy, I want you and your wife to pack a bag. In a week, you're going to lift off for Zeus. Good luck.
Zeus? That's a lot of time cycles away.
18 months.
Well, isn't that where Sam Houston's governor of the colony?
You're right. The old Texas tornado himself. Governor? Sam? It's Jonathan Troy.
What's he listening to?
Sounds like a Russian transmission.
Say, Sam, it's Jonathan and Miranda Troy. We've arrived from Earth.
Miranda, he's concentrating on that Russian transmission. Now, he'll turn around in a minute.
After traveling 500,000 feet per second for 18 months and 4 moonrises, he's not even turning around. I don't need this from any governor.
Jonathan. Miranda, say, where are you going, huh? Hey, welcome to Little Texas in the sky.
Hello, Sam.
Well, it's good to see you. You don't look a day over 100.
Governor Houston, we're a lot older than that.
Now, you don't have to call me governor. I'm still Sam to my friends. I didn't get this job running Planet Zeus because I was smart. You know, I had a lot of friends. So what brings you here?
You haven't heard, Sam?
Well, I hear lots of things, Miranda, but not why America is sending its top biochemists all the way to the end of the cluster.
Sam, we're starving to death. The whole world is going to die of hunger.
That little old sun's giving you folks trouble, huh?
Yes. The direct, unattenuated rays are getting through.
And the worst part is no scientist dares tell the public that getting uncontaminated food isn't the only problem.
You got more, my boy?
In human cell structures, Sam, the nucleic acids of cells which go to make up the genetic material absorb these short ultraviolet rays.
And mutations are going to occur.
So first you're looking for places to grow uncontaminated grains to feed Earth, huh?
Changing the formula of what your soil on Zeus is made up from.
And secondly, if that fails, we have to build enough bubbles on little old Zeus to transport population. Now, that's the plan, isn't it?
Well, just Americans, for starters. We've got 5 billion people now.
Yeah, well, we're not the only ones. I was just monitoring the Russians. You know, they've started farming on Vulcan in a big way.
Planet Vulcan? But that's not far.
It's not far enough. About 500,000 miles sunward. Our only Asiatic neighbor.
So, they're up to the same thing. I didn't realize they were actually farming up there. Chertoff never mentioned it.
Did we tell him?
Well, the Russians aren't going to have it so easy farming on Vulcan. I'd be mighty surprised if you found the right soil combination here on Zeus. You know, we've run samples here time and again. There's nothing. Our soil couldn't grow a wart. In the end, we had to settle for hydroponics in our bubble cities, and we've all we could do to feed the 100,000 who live here.
Sam, we've got techniques on Earth breaking down atom particles. That's what the 30th century is all about. How to survive.
And I think we've got a chance here on Zeus. Miranda and I are going to get soil samples from every inch possible. And if we start with pure elements, we just might come up with something.
Well, that's a signal. Your living and workspace are ready. Now, all the lab equipment you brought with you has been unloaded and ready for you to set up. So, put on your spurs and we'll just ride over there.
Spurs? Are you kidding?
I never gave mine up. I still wear them, even though I haven't seen a horse in 400 years. This is my private little go-kart. I fixed her up to look like... you remember those golf carts our ancestors used to ride in when they went golfing?
All this land. It's got to be possible to turn this into something productive.
Jonathan, my boy, just supposing you could, huh? Then what? Just tell me how you could transport enough grain and vegetables and foodstuffs, whatever, back to Earth, huh? You ever think of that?
That's a secondary problem. We haven't even tackled that yet.
Well, you'd better tell the president to give it some thought. We go underground here. Now, hold on to your saddles. Jonathan, did you ever read that 19th century poet Tennyson? He had a better handle on this than you do.
Sam, don't start quoting to me before we start work.
Well, the elevator will take the old golf cart and us folks right where we want to go. Now, what was I talking about?
You said you had an idea how to transport several billion bushels of grain through space.
Oh, well, not me. Tennyson. He saw it. He said, for I dipped into the future as far as the eye could see. I saw visions of the world and all the wonders that would be. Saw the heavens filled with commerce, argosies of magic sails, pilots, the purple twilight, dropping down costly bales. See, he thought we could lick the transportation problems. His future is our present. And where are we? I'd have to say, sorry, Albert Lord, we ain't nowhere near dropping those costly bales on Earth. Well, here you are, folks. Your own front door. Hey, now, it's good to see you both. Now, you get some shut-eye, and if you need anything, just switch on the inner circuit and ask for the governor's ranch.
Ranch?
Well, as I call it that. I try to pretend this is just a little sky piece of Texas.
A world in which countless may perish from exposure to ultraviolet rays. A world exploring the universe to find a planet free from gamma rays. A surface to make into farms. That is our story so far. I'll be back shortly with Act 2. Beyond possibility that the world could be on the brink of starvation and annihilation due to death-dealing rays from the sun. Ask any scientist, not so impossible yet. For now, let us thrust ourselves forward in time to the third millennium while chemists, biologists, and geneticists try to produce tillable and arable land, galactic farms to feed the planet Earth.
Oh, I'm glad we brought our coffee concentrate with us. This roasted Zeus bean is nothing to write home about.
I sure can't get used to that hydroponic stuff.
Well, how about I make some?
It's the only thing that keeps me going on these long night sessions.
I'll be in the kitchen. Oh, if you need me to check out the interferometer on table 4, just call out.
Mm-hmm. Is it tuned to the frequency allowing the laser to oscillate?
Good for another hour. I'll go make the coffee.
Well, good evening, folks. How you all getting on with your farm chores?
Sam, what are you doing up so late? Well, where are you?
My voice is with you, Jonathan, but my corpus is right here at the ranch. My feet up, drink at the elbow, fire in the heart. Say, how you doing, Mr. and Mrs. Scientific Snoopers, huh? Still trying to make some earth dirt?
Sam, if you think I'm playing games on your darn planet, you are so wrong.
What's so wrong, Jonathan?
It's Sam, the Laredo tornado.
Well, now, who is that futurist damsel who just walked in the laboratory with 2 cups? Hello, Miranda. Just keeping your husband on his toes. What you serving tonight?
Coffee on the thermo cooker.
Oh, well, I'll leave you children. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Remember, your Uncle Sam is always watching.
What do you suppose he meant by that?
Miranda, we are under surveillance.
What?
Haven't you noticed? Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're being watched.
How do you know?
It oscillates right here in my head.
But why watch us? Does he think we're spies for the Asiatics?
That's why I started these all-night tests, doing everything during the rest cycles.
But Sam seems so friendly.
My father used to say the tail of the dog wags friendly, but don't get caught at the biting end.
Scanner!
Turn off the juice at table 4.
All right.
Miranda, are you all right?
Well, I'm under the lab table as safe as in a neutron bomb shelter. What happened?
Come here. Over here. What do you see?
There? That glowing red?
Troy. Jonathan, Miranda.
Yes, Sam.
What is going on down there?
What do you mean, Sam?
Well, the indicator needles went crazy up here at the ranch.
No kidding, Sam. See, Miranda, I told you.
He told her what?
It's that old thermo cooker we brought from Earth. It blew a gasket, shorted out.
Shorted out. They had registered like a meteor colliding with space junk.
Well, we'll have to get another one. Good night, Sam.
Well, all right, you two. Now, don't stay up this late night after night.
Sleep well, Samuel.
If you say so. Good night.
Jonathan, what did you make? That glowing
I thought the samples I used reminded me of the asteroid material they sent us from 5,000 to 8,000 miles above Earth. You remember those space studies?
Yes, the carbonaceous cromdite.
Basically, yes, but not entirely. I think we've hit on something, Miranda, and it's hard to believe. Iron composite.
Are you saying?
Yes, I am. From now on, we'll call it Composite X. I thought getting rid of Sam that easily was too good to be true. He's alerted the guards. Get that coffee pot over here. Hurry.
Guards aren't going to do anything.
They could lock up the lab and everything in it.
Here's the thermo cooker.
Okay, now empty the rest of the coffee into the sink. We've got exactly the time it takes for the elevator to get up here and the 4 steel rolls that they have to pass. Empty?
Yes.
Okay, give it here.
You're dumping Composite X into the coffee pot?
Who's going to look in there? Okay, now sit. Sip your coffee, and mind you, don't say another word about this until we're somewhere on Zeus where we can't be overheard. They're here. Steel balls opening. Good evening, gentlemen. You're up late.
Troy. Miranda, I'll be with you in a moment. Just sit down, will you? I just want to decode this transmission.
The last time I was in Governor Sam's office, he was glued to the receiver.
He's picking up a Russian sender.
Son of Castor and Pollux. Something's up, all right. A Russian spacecraft is heading for Zeus.
From Vulcan?
How did you know?
Educated guess.
Now, they picked up that darn noise you made last night that interests them.
How long before they get here?
About 2 moon rises. You know how close Vulcan is. Now, what brings you, my dear friends, to see me this morning, huh?
Sam, here's the problem.
Well, don't tell me. You're giving up and you want to go back to Earth.
No, not exactly.
The lab is a mess. It'll take time before they can get it back in shape. We blew a wall out, so we were thinking we'd use the time by taking a cart, some sample bags, and push off for the Helios crater.
Jonathan, my boy, you are not going to find samples there.
Well, how can we know till we see for ourselves?
Now, would I steer you wrong, huh? Why don't you just take my word for it?
A most unscientific approach, Sam.
Sure. I'll get you transportation. Can't let you have my little old golf cart, but I'll order you one of our space tugs. I'll have it delivered from the spaceport, huh? Well, when do you want to go?
As soon as we pack some ration capsules and get our instruments together.
On Earth saw the lengths we had to go to have an unobserved, private conversation. They'd think something very strange was happening.
Something strange is happening, Miranda. And I'm going to stop her right here, where we're out of sight.
Oh, those other craters way off there. Look how high they are. Really beautiful. Everything is different shades of red.
See the 3 moons of Zeus?
Fantastic. You know, we've been cheated living on Earth with only 1 moon. What's that big, bright planet way in the distance there, but dead ahead?
Well, that's Planet Vulcan. She's right in line with our laboratory observation windows.
Of course. I see it every night.
I wonder if the Russians have made more progress than we have in finding a garden in the galaxy.
Sam said they'd colonized Vulcan for a long time. Why do you suppose they're sending a spacecraft this way?
Miranda, we've worked together for... How long has it been now?
No, nearly 3 centuries. The 27th century was just the beginning.
And we've kept renewing ourselves, amassing wisdom, keeping the health and strength of youth. I've never asked you before to keep a secret from our government. But I'm going to ask you now.
You mean from the exploratory center or the president?
Our greatest allegiance, even above that to America, is to the Anglo Council.
You want me to keep a secret from all of them?
Until what I want to prove is scientifically sound.
Well, I am a scientist first.
Yesterday, we accidentally discovered a power that we cannot talk about. In our search for elements that combined could make a farmland out of the wasteland of Zeus, an amalgam developed. Composite X won't feed anybody, but it could fuel any planet or council who had its secret. Fuel it for millenniums to come.
Then Composite X is a power source. Not a food source.
More powerful than U-235 was back in those ancient dark days of the 20th century when it was first utilized in a war against the Japanese. 1,000 times more powerful.
And you're telling me that that's what we've got back there in our coffee pot?
Yes. But it can only be activated by lasers. Composite X is a compact source of energy, simple to produce and set off. Well, you know the laser settings. We've been using them for every experiment.
Jonathan, we haven't put together another bomb, have we?
Why do you say that?
Well, it's just that a terrible thought just crossed my mind.
Somehow, I've got to take the sample we made in our lab and get myself back to Earth and demonstrate its potential.
So, we go. What's to stop us?
Big Sam. Why is he having us watched?
Oh, All we have to say is we've decided that our experiment on Zeus is a failure and we're going home.
That Asiatic Russian craft is heading this way. He's concerned about that. I don't think he'd let us get out our routine flight for Earth just like that. Miranda, you are going to stay here on Zeus and cover for me.
I see. Pretend and say that you're sick and can't see anyone.
What a mind reader.
Well, then, when do I follow you?
The very next shuttle you can stow away on. I need that head start. If the Anglo Council approves our discovery, you'll be brought back in the fastest craft going. Miranda, trust me.
No, I hope you know what you're doing, Jonathan.
Believe me, I do.
It's only that...
That what?
Well, if I didn't know you, Jonathan, I'd say you're acting more like a spy than a scientist.
Maybe I'm a little of both. In our work, you have to penetrate the secrets of the universe, just like a spy.
Well, you know I didn't mean that.
No. I trust you, Miranda. Just give me half of one moonrise to get away. Pretend if you have to, but at any rate, keep my secret.
I promise. I hope I won't be forced to break it.
Less like a scientist and more like a spy. What else does the third millennium have in store? Earthlings who can prolong their lives by centuries. Death from the sun. A power source composed of elements found on a far planet that can rival any nuclear source of power known to man. How much of this is science? How much fiction? Act 3 will bring us so perilously close to the truth, we dare you to listen. Scientist of Jonathan Troy's ingenuity doesn't have to think very hard to devise a means of smuggling himself aboard the 3-moon Earth shuttle, so called because a pilot commander has to negotiate the 3 moons circling Zeus before thrusting on target. The liftoff went as scheduled. Then 1,000 time cycles later, something occurred which was not scheduled.
Hello, Zeus Control. Zeus Control, 3-moon Earth shuttle sending. Can you read me? Hello, Zeus Control. We've got trouble at 6 o'clock. Armed Russian spacecraft coming up behind our trajectory. I got no signal from you, Zeus Control.
Are you the commander of this flight?
Where did you come from? No one's allowed in the cockpit.
I ask you again, are you the commander?
Hey, aren't you Jonathan Troy?
Commander, you see what I have in my hand?
Yes. Would you mind taking your finger from the trigger?
You will contact Zeus Control, Commander, and you will repeat to them what I tell you. Are you ready? Yes. Hello, Zeus Control, error here, error here.
Hello, Zeus Control, error here.
Observe no Russian patrol or spacecraft whatsoever.
Observe no Russian patrol or spacecraft whatsoever.
Now, Commander, you will alter your flight plan as I will direct you.
Yes, Flight Control. What are you disturbing me for?
Governor Houston, something strange is going on in our 3-moon space shuttle. It involves Jonathan Troy.
Well, come on, spill it, Control.
3-moon shuttles called in saying they were being overtaken by an armed Russian vehicle. We could hear 3-moon, but they couldn't hear us at Control Center. Then, suddenly, I hear the commander say, "Aren't you Jonathan Troy?" Then he calls back and says the Russians' craft was all a mistake. No one's on their tail. We've been trying to raise them for confirmation. No answer.
Well, what is Jonathan Troy doing on that flight?
On our tracking screen, 3-moon has veered off course, and now there are 2 blips, one following the other.
Punch up my screen, Control. I want to see this for myself.
There. You see, Governor, where the star cluster ends? That's Vulcan. Now, here, that blip That's the Russian Asiatic.
And that little one to the left behind it there, that's ours?
3 Moon, yes, Governor. Now observe their direction.
Well, thanks for the information. You did the right thing to come up to me. You keep me posted. No, wait, now don't go. I'm going to play a little poker. I'm going to show you how we bluff. This is Governor Houston speaking. Clear all sight and sound traffic on the inner circuit. I have a message. Hello, experimental lab. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Miranda. This is Sam, Governor Houston. Would the two of you hike yourselves over to the ranch pronto?
Sam, this is Miranda. Jonathan isn't feeling too well. I think he caught some virus a few days ago when we were exploring the Helios crater.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Miranda. Let me just talk to him.
Oh, well, he's asleep just now, Sam, but I'll tell you what. I'll have him call you as soon as he wakes up.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about old Jonathan. Maybe being on Zeus is a strain for him.
Oh, he'll be all right, I'm sure. A week or so of rest, and he'll be as good as new.
Well, how are they doing with the repairs to the laboratory?
All right, I think. I haven't been around today.
Okay, my dear. Pleasure to do business with you. I don't believe her, do you?
What?
I said I don't believe her husband is there.
Why is she pretending?
No, she's covering up. You know how inner circuitry works, don't you?
Well, certainly. Anyone on Zeus closes his eyes, and when you give a message, they can see and hear you.
Well, I have a wrinkle no one knows about, and since I'm going to enlist your personal aid, I'll let you in on it. See, I can reverse the IC process and can visualize through a recipient's eyes exactly what they are seeing and throw it on that monitor screen. You just watch. Now, we are looking through Miranda Troy's eyes. You follow?
Yes. We're moving into a kitchen. She's pouring a glass of water. Swallowing it.
No, it's Miranda herself. Now, she's turning back into their living room. Now, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Straightening up a pillow, walking around the room kind of nervously, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Is this the only room in their quarters, this and the kitchen?
No, a living room where she is now, and then there's a bath and a bedroom. See where we're going? Through that door into the bedroom. Well, what do you know? The bed's made up and no one is in it. No sick Jonathan Troy visible anywhere.
He couldn't be in 2 places at once.
No, well, I spoke like a philosopher. Control, get a tape copy over here of that transmission from 3 Moon, then tell your deputy to keep traffic moving and advise us if there's any change in 3 Moon and its escort heading for Vulcan.
Well, why, my deputy, Governor? I can handle this.
Because I want you for a little job no one is to know about. Now, I want Miranda Troy brought here. If I send guards, see, the word will get out. But if the flight controller pays her a visit, there's no problem. You bring her here. Miranda, it's a lousy trick you two played on me. And I trusted you and Jonathan.
Governor, it was the only way.
It was not the only way. I know what he's done. He finally found some matter highly useful to Earth, and he's stolen it. Why he had to use such desperate means to get away, it's just beyond me. Well, you're in a heap of trouble, young lady. Troy, at gunpoint, is hijacking that air shuttle. And you know where he's taking it?
Well, I have no idea. Oh, that's not possible.
Oh, it is. And I'll let you see for yourself so you know that I am not playing games with you, Miranda. Now, turn around and look at that screen. Start her up, will you, Control? Now, that blip nearing that landmass is a Russian Asiatic craft. It was built by the Russians in a space factory on the planet Vulcan. It is armed. And we know the Russians have been on Vulcan for a very long time, before we ever landed here on Zeus. They have every conceivable method of dominating the universe from that spot right there on that planet. Now, you are a scientist, Miranda, familiar with scopes and screens. How would you identify the blip following the Russian craft?
It's ours. One of our regular Earth flights.
Only it is not headed for Earth. How do you explain that, Miranda?
Jonathan, what have he done?
She's fainted. Well, pick her up, Control, and take her to that soft chair over there. Now, I'm glad to observe that although a scientist, the lady is still a woman. Miranda, how do you feel now?
I've never done that before in my life. Faint. Am I under arrest?
No, because first you are going to tell me before it's too late what Jonathan is doing.
I wish I knew.
Well, you let me rope in some hunches. Your husband has discovered something he wished to hide from me.
You knew?
Composite X.
How did you know?
That space tug you drove to the crater? Well, I had it gone over. Now, there's a technique neither of you are familiar with. The sound of your voices left an imprint as identifiable as a thumbprint or a footprint.
What we said? But we always check out everywhere we go.
You found no bugs because we planted none. But sound leaves its mark everywhere if you have the technique to read it. Now, as soon as we were positive that it was your husband who had hijacked the shuttle, we went over the space tug's instrument board, right where you two sat, and then we put the words together. Now, am I right? Composite X. Tell me, what is it? Is it the substance you were sent here to find, matter suitable for farming to feed Earth?
I can't tell you.
Miranda, this is extremely serious.
I've got the latest word on Moon 3, Governor.
Oh, well, come on ahead and spill it.
Both the Russian craft and ours have landed on Vulcan.
With Troy holding a gun to the commander's head, I'll bet you. Plug me into the wavelength of their traffic tower, will you? Miranda, your husband has taken something from us and landed with it on Russian soil. Now, won't you tell us now what it is?
Well, he gave me this note before he left. I can't even look at it now. You read it.
If you never see me again, you must know I have done what I believed right.
I thought he meant that if he was arrested or the ship crashed, that he did what he thought was best for us. Oh, wasn't that dumb of me? How could I have been so stupid? Because you love someone for years and years and you never doubt them. Maybe this is all some nightmare and I'll wake up. I wish it were.
I have them on now, Governor. We've contact.
Hello, Vulcan. Calling Commander Nash from American Anglo Shuttle Code Moon 3. This is Zeus calling. Do you read me?
That you, Governor Houston? Thought I'd recognized your voice. Commander Nash here. I've been forced to land on Vulcan. I'm waiting now for the determination of my status.
What happened to Jonathan Troy?
They hustled him out of here when we landed. I haven't seen him since. Here comes one of them. He's got Troy with him. Mr. Troy, I'm talking to Governor Sam Houston on Zeus. Do you want to say something to him?
No, I've nothing to say.
What are you scared of, Jonathan? I'd like to punch you in the nose, but you're too far away from me. Your wife, Miranda's here. Go on. Say something. You want her to think you're a coward as well as a turncoat?
Miranda? Is that you? Are you there?
Jonathan, what are you doing on Vulcan? You told me that you were going to see the president.
I couldn't, Miranda. This is the world I believe in. I always have.
But, Jonathan, for my sake, please come back, Jonathan.
Jonathan, what kind of tricks are you trying to pull? Are you holding Commander Nash and the passengers on Moon 3 hostage? And if so, for what?
That's why I came back to the Vulcan control tower. To tell the commander we're releasing him and his ship and passengers. He's free to return to Zeus whenever he likes.
Governor, didn't Washington check him out before sending him this far? How could they let a man like Troy head up this mission?
It beats me. These research men live in a world of their own. Well, I'd better push his wife to the wall and find out who we are dealing with. Bring her in here, Control.
Yes, sir. She's not here, Governor.
What are you talking about?
The lounge is empty. She's gone.
Hello, friend Laser. Oh, nice view you got from this window. Do you know what that is? That is the planet Vulcan. Now, aim you a little lower. That angle. Ah, just right. Now, throw switch to full. Now, tie in S-band to track source north, northeast. Perfect. Dear old planet Vulcan, you're in for a big surprise.
Miranda! Miranda, open up the lab door. What are you doing in there?
Laser, warm up. Warm up. Keep oscillating.
Miranda, we'll have to blow this door down.
You don't have to do that, Sam. I'll let you in.
What's going on in here? What's wrong?
Not here, but on Vulcan that something's wrong. Jonathan has a sample of Composite X with him. He told me it had power thousands of times more powerful than uranium.
Why have you got this laser beaming northeast?
Control, shut that thing off.
I wouldn't go near the laser if I were you. Let it do its work. We could have had the formula for unlimited power, but he took it to them. So I have to do this. Bombard Vulcan with lasers.
Governor, come to this sighting window. Look!
It's unbelievable. The planet Vulcan. It's blown clear out of the galaxy.
Is the year 3000 too distant to even imagine? I think not. The time to think and dream is now. For it seems no matter how many steps we take into space, our bodies still imprison our hearts. The question to resolve is, can man conquer himself as easily as other worlds? I shall return shortly. What is it the old astrologers believed? Wasn't it that the stars control the destiny of man? Space science has proved the reverse is closer to the truth. That someday man will control the destiny of stars. From that one small step, what a giant step it will be for all mankind. Our cast included Patricia Elliott, Russell Horton, and Earl Hammond. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Have you tried Revlon's new Milk Plus 6, the first salon-tested shampoo and conditioner? So Advanced Revlon has a patent pending. Milk Plus 6, rich organic formula with 7 natural shampooing and conditioning ingredients. Cleans without stripping, restores pH balance, mends split ends, frees tangles, adds healthy luster. Milk Plus 6, now available in 3 formulas for normal, dry, and a brand new formula for oily hair. The newest concept in total hair care. Get it at your favorite supermarket or wherever fine hair care products are sold.
Ice cream is better than anything in the world. Better in a crunchy cone, better simply left alone, better on a finger bone. Melted down by the pound, soft as world, licked and curled. Ice cream is better than anything.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Welcome to the world of your over-self. What is the man talking about? Over-self? What's that? Well, you might say it's that part of you where your imagination resides. The truth is that, according to any number of religionists, you don't exist at all. Only your imagination. When you refer to myself, you are actually talking about an illusion created by your over-self. Confusing? Certainly is to me. And it was more than confusing to Amanda Phillips.
You are not a ghost, Morley?
Of course not, Amanda. Oh, I dare say you would call me a ghost, but ghosts don't really exist. They're people. They simply live on a different plane of existence.
I don't know what to say.
But then don't say anything. That's the trouble with people on your plane. They say too much.
But these different planes of existence, Morley, it's confusing. I simply don't understand.
You will, my darling. You will. If you dare.
Our mystery drama, Picture on a Wall, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by George Lothar and stars Diane Baker. It is sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule, and Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, brewers of Budweiser. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
There's a fresh new spirit sweeping the land. A free spirit that demands good products. Products that satisfy your sense of good taste and desire for economy. But above all, products that perform. Buick has been touched by this spirit. And this year, our crisply designed, solidly built Buicks will bring joy even to the most demanding of free spirits. The 1975 Buicks, dedicated to the free spirit in just about everyone.
Hi, my name is Sammy Davis Jr. Would you believe that a whole generation has grown up since the first American kids went out to trick-or-treat for UNICEF on Halloween? In those 20 years, they've helped the United Nations Children's Fund provide better food, medical care, education for millions of children in developing countries. This Halloween, our kids will be on your doorstep again. Please drop a few coins in the orange box. For them, Halloween is a lot of fun. For UNICEF's children, it's a chance for a better life. Thank you. Peace.
How many things can your family do together? Go to a movie? Go to a circus? Go on a picnic? Go on a vacation? Face it, in today's America, family fun is hard to come by. And with busy schedules, just getting the family together is not an easy thing to do. How would you like to have a little family fun every week? How would you like to learn together? How would you like to grow together? And how would you like to help your son get an edge on growing up? Cub Scouting is helping families like yours be a family. It sure helped ours. Today's Cub Scout program is just as much for families as it is for boys. So when your son wants to join a Cub Scout pack, remember to take along the whole family. That's what Cub Scouting is all about. For the Cub Scout pack nearest you, call the Boy Scouts of America. They're in the white pages of your phone book.
No, I didn't say you don't exist, that you are not really yourself. Those who devote lifetimes to the study of what we are and why we are here, who try to understand God and our relation to Him. I'm talking, of course, of priests, ministers, Buddhist monks, even philosophers. They say it. They say that the self is your conscious, the over-self, your subconscious, and the super-self, your unconscious. You understand? If you do, you're far more knowledgeable than I am, because I don't understand at all. And as I said earlier on, neither did Amanda Phillips.
Well, here it is, Amanda. Hope you like.
Gil Franklin, It's beautiful.
I figured it would grab you, even though you did say you wanted to live in Greenwich Village.
Well, yes, I did. All my life in Gladesville, Iowa, I've yearned to be an actress living in Greenwich Village. But this, it's so lovely. What?
May I come in?
Oh, Mrs. Broley, of course. Let me introduce you. Amanda Phillips, rising young star of the Broadway Theater, or soon to be anyway. Mrs. Broley, landlady.
Delighted to meet you, dear. Is everything all right?
Oh, it couldn't be more so. I never expected to find anything as, well, really enchanting as this. Not at what I can afford to pay anyhow. It is only $45 a week, isn't it?
Yes.
How can you afford to let it go at that? A place like this, furnished so nicely, those beautiful paintings on the walls, especially that big one over the fireplace, and the garden. You can walk straight from this room into the garden. It's just lovely. I should think you could rent this for 2 or 3 times what you're asking.
Perhaps so, but... Yeah, well, you see, dear, I'm not only extremely old, but I'm extremely particular about whom I rent to. And as your fiancé will tell you...
Mr. Franklin isn't my fiancé, Mrs. Broley.
Oh, I thought...
I have hopes, Mrs. Broley. High hopes.
Well, now, you're such a nice man. I hope you realize them. Because certainly Miss Phillips is a most attractive and desirable... something wrong, Miss Phillips?
That smell.
Smell?
Aroma, I should say. A scent. The scent of lavender.
Why, it's a cologne I use. Yes, a cologne, lavender. Now, if there's anything I can do to help you get settled in, dear, anything you need, you just pick up the telephone.
Just to pick it up?
It connects to a switchboard. I'll answer. Well, make yourselves comfortable.
Strange.
What?
The smell of lavender. I didn't smell it until at least several minutes after she came in here. And another thing, it seemed to come from that direction, out there in the garden. And Gil...
Yes?
She's gone, but the scent, it's stronger.
You're imagining things. I don't smell anything. And no, I don't have a cold.
Very strange.
Look, I've got to get back to the office, or the law firm of Belding and Maxwell will be firing their youngest partner. But I'll see you for dinner tonight, okay?
Very okay.
Pick you up at 7.
Well, better unpack my bag, put things away. That scent. It must be coming from the garden. Locked. And no key.
Yes, Miss Phillips.
Mrs. Broley, the French doors into the garden, they're locked.
Yes, dear. I keep them locked.
You do?
For your protection. You see, anyone who wanted to could get over the fence around the garden and, well, an ounce of prevention, you know.
Yes, but I want to use the garden. What I can see through the French doors, it's enchanting. That fountain.
The fountain doesn't work, I'm sorry to say. Hasn't in years.
Even so, it'd be a nice place to sit. Those stone benches and everything. Would you bring me the key, please?
Why, yes. If I can find it.
Find it?
I'm not quite sure what I did with it. But don't you worry now. I'll do what I can to find it. I certainly shall.
Well, I just never.
Never what, Amanda?
Oh, what? Who are you?
Norcross is my name. Morley Norcross. Do please forgive me. I had absolutely no intention of startling you.
I turn around to find you leaning casually against the French doors. The open French doors. And you... How? How did you get here?
Over the fence, you might say.
And how did you open those locked doors?
I didn't find them locked.
Well, I did.
Perhaps it's one of those knobs. You can open them from one side, but not the other. Let's have a look, shall we?
I'd rather not, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry. You're angry with me. I've offended you, Amanda.
You know my name.
Tit for tat. You know mine.
But you told me yours.
Then it's altogether possible that rather huge label on your luggage told me yours.
Of course.
See?
For a moment, well, you won't believe it, but I thought you might be some kind of ghost or something.
I believe it. Might I have the pleasure of showing you your garden? If you will step through your French doors into your garden, then, Miss Phillips, you can all but smell fall in the air.
And lavender. Yet I don't see any in the garden.
My cologne, I dare say.
You use lavender cologne?
Yeah, old-fashioned, isn't it? For a man, I mean.
Why, perhaps, but I like it, Mr. Norcross.
Oh, I say, call me Morley. If we're going to be friends, that is. And I hope we are. Do you?
Why not?
Why not, indeed?
Beautiful fountain, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it's beautiful. It's simple. A peasant girl holding a tilted pitcher on her shoulder. A pitcher from which the water used to pour into that large stone basin at her feet.
Used to?
60 years ago, or so, yes.
60? Well, how do you know that?
Oh, how do I?
Well, yes. You can't be more than, 40, say.
Thank you, my dear.
So how would you know that this fountain hasn't, fountained in more than, 60 years?
16 years, I said. 16. And, well, I know because I once lived where you're about to live.
In that service flat, living room and kitchenette?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you do? What kind of work?
I was a dramatic coach.
You don't mean it. A dramatic coach?
An excellent one, I might say.
Would you, well, I hardly dare ask this, but, would you coach me?
Of course. I fully intended to.
You?
Yes.
Oh, now, Mr. Norcross.
Morley?
Morley. Well, you might have got my name off the luggage label, but you couldn't possibly know that I want to be an actress.
No?
No. What is it?
Ever read Sherlock Holmes stories?
No.
That's too bad. They're fascinating. Holmes could look at someone he'd never seen in all his life before and tell him everything about himself. I was an avid reader of Holmes, and somehow I picked up the technique. For example, your makeup.
Oh, what about it?
Unless I'm mistaken, on your cheeks, that's panistic rosy glow, isn't it?
Yes.
And a touch of daylight orange in the corner of each eye.
You're amazing.
Of course, on stage, you'd use vermilion, but for daytime wear, you're most astute. And then, of course, your clothes are a dead giveaway. To say nothing, my dear, nothing of your warmth.
Unbelievable, Morley.
Elementary, Watson. Elementary.
Would you like some tea?
Do you have any? I mean, you just moved in.
In my suitcase.
Then I'd love it.
Come along inside.
No, I'll sit here. I'll sit here. It's such a pleasant afternoon.
I'll be as quick as I can. Yes? Come in. Oh, Mrs. Brawley.
Found the key to the French doors, my dear.
Well, thank you. Though I am not sure I'll need them now.
Oh, I'm glad you've decided to leave them locked. Much safer.
But I haven't decided to leave them locked. As you can see, the doors are...
As I can see what?
Closed. I didn't close them. And if Morley had, I'd have heard him.
Morley? Did you say Morley?
Mr. Morley Norcross. He's sitting in the garden by the fountain.
There's no one sitting in the garden, Miss Phillips.
No one? Why, he's gone. And the door's locked.
Of course.
Why are you looking at me like that, Mrs. Broley?
Miss Phillips, finding this key put a very old woman to considerable trouble. Now, I don't mind that. I'm accustomed to it and delighted to make my tenants as comfortable as possible. But I don't like having games played on me, Miss Phillips. I don't enjoy being made a fool of. There are the keys you asked for. please take care to lock those doors before retiring at night.
But, Mrs. Brawley...
Amanda, you were dead tired, beat. You probably stretched out on that couch to rest and fell off to sleep. You dreamed it all. You had to.
I don't remember lying down, Gil. I didn't. I started to unpack, and then the scent of lavender came to me even stronger than before. It came from the garden. I tried to go into the garden, but found the doors locked. And so I called Mrs. Brawley.
Yes, you told me all this. But, sweetheart, it couldn't have happened. It just couldn't.
Well, if it didn't... Oh, I don't know. I just don't know.
Neither do I. One thing I do know, though. I'm taking you out for the best dinner you ever had. You need it.
I guess I do. Won't be a minute. Put on a new face.
Okay. Know something?
What?
I did all right by you, finding this place. Comfortable, homey. Even the paintings on the wall. Not the usual crummy stuff you find in a place like this. They're pretty good art. This one over the fireplace is a knockout.
I haven't had a chance to look at it, really.
It's by, I don't know, some name here at the bottom. Can't make it out. Dated, I can make that out. 1909. It's called The Dramatic Coach.
Oh?
Shows him, the coach, teaching a girl how to act. Very handsome guy. Tall, wavy chestnut hair, worn kind of long. Blue eyes, I think. Gray at the temples, strong nose. Very strong nose. Oh. Ready so soon?
Let me see that.
The painting?
Yes, the... Huh?
Amanda, what is it?
The man in the painting. The dramatic coach, Gil. That's Morley Norcross.
Well, we may be talking about the self, the over-self, and the super-self, but so far as I'm concerned, Morley Norcross is a ghost. Now, maybe he isn't. Only my opinion. But the things going on in that 9th Street flat, the things that happened to Amanda in that garden, you ask me, they're more than strange. They're uncanny. I wouldn't be concerned, except I remember Amanda saying she felt scared. I don't like that. It worries me. I'll be back shortly for Act 2.
Give your hand to a friend. Give your heart to your love. But give your cold to contact. The sooner the better.
The common cold is a rotten thing. You miss so much. Sneezing, drips, and congestion can drag you down. Then ask yourself the contact question. 6 or 3 or 1. You'd need 6 cold tablets, 2 every 4 hours, or 3 ounces of Cold's liquid, 1 every 4 hours, or just 1 contact for up to 12 hours continuous relief of those symptoms. That's daytime, then nighttime relief. Both the others have things for aches and fever, and the liquid, something for coughs. Not found in Contact 600 Tiny Time pills.
Give your cold to contact.
6 or 3 or 1. Take Contact. Only as directed.
Hot dogs, Armour hot dogs. What do kids put on Armour hot dogs? Mustard, ketchup, lots of relish too. Pickles, onions, even peanut butter too on hot
Peanut
dogs.
butter?
Armour hot dogs.
Sure, kids and moms love Armour hot dogs because they're made with fine meat. No cereals, no extenders, 100% government inspected.
Hot dogs, Armour hot dogs. The dogs kids love to bite. Yeah.
If at times you suffer arthritis minor pain and its stiffness, get Deep Strength Arthritis Pain Relief Rub.
Deep Strength is made especially to give fast, temporary pain relief, so you can move more easily.
Deep Strength's strong, concentrated warmth vanishes deep into skin, increases blood circulation over the painful area.
Brings relief for hours.
Get Deep Strength Arthritis Pain Relief Rub, the modern rub from Musterol.
We're involved with an experience having to do with the occult, the esoteric.
or rather, lovely young Amanda Phillips is. As we know, she has come to New York City from Gladesville, Iowa, hopefully to become a successful actress. One can expect all sorts of things to happen to one in the Big Apple, of course. But what has already happened to Amanda on her first day is, well, to say the least, odd.
The man in the painting is Norcross? The man you think you met out there in the garden?
Gil, I know you think I'm spaced out.
No, I just think you dreamed it all. Fell asleep and dreamed.
Dreamed about a man who was the living image of the man in that picture? A dramatic coach to boot?
Well, it figures, doesn't it?
What do you mean it figures?
Well, there he is in the painting. The painting is titled The Dramatic Coach. Your eyes may have just glanced at it, but your brain, it registered you clearly. You were tired, worn out from your trip. You stretched out to rest, fell asleep, and, well, dreamed of the man in the painting. The man who said he was a dramatic coach.
Well, I don't remember falling asleep. But what you say makes sense. That's what must have happened, I guess.
Sure. And speaking of getting rest, young lady, you've had a long, tiring day, so I'm going to split.
Oh, it's only 10 o'clock, Gil. You don't have to...
No, you're tired. And now that I've got you here in New York, you can count on seeing a lot of me, if you want to.
Oh, of course I want to.
You sound as if you really mean that, Amanda.
Oh, Gil. Sweetheart, you know how I feel about you. It's just that...
The great white way beckons. It's a career on Broadway or nothing.
No, a career on Broadway or marriage and kids. Oh, Gil, darling, look, I've got to try it first. I've got to satisfy myself that I've got talent or I haven't. That I can make it or I can't. That... Look, I've just got to have my chance. Be patient, please.
For you will outdo the patience of Job. Good night, honey.
Good night, my darling. Oh, I am tired. Into bed, Ethel Barrymore Phillips. What? Lavender. The scent of lavender again. From the garden. He's there. Sitting by the fountain. And I'm not sleeping. Not dreaming. Oh, locked. Keys. Morley?
Amanda.
What are you doing here at this hour?
It's such a beautiful evening. Full white moon.
Yes.
Isn't it an enchantment? The jet black buildings tall against the night sky. Lights shining yellow and orange in windows here and there. And here, right here in the midst of it all, a small oasis of peace and quiet loveliness.
You keep talking like that, Morley, and you will cast a spell over me.
I will, won't I? Amanda, do you mind my coming here of an evening, now and then? I won't, if you say no.
Well, no, I suppose it's all right. You come when you want to.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Morley?
Yes?
There's a painting over the fireplace. It's called The Dramatic Coach. And the man in the painting, the coach, looks exactly like you.
Yes. Yes, he does. It was painted by Scott Costain in 1909. The man in the painting is my grandfather, whose name was also Morley Norcross.
Oh.
You didn't... You didn't think...
Yeah, I'm afraid I did.
No, you couldn't have.
But, look, if you haven't lived here in 16 years, you said...
Yes, 16.
Well, what's the painting doing there now?
You have no doubt heard of actors being forced to leave their luggage behind because of non-payment of rent.
And you? Oh, Morley.
But it's quite all right, Amanda. It's quite all right, especially since I can look at it almost as much as I want to. I can take a peek now and then through the French doors.
You poor man. You love that painting, don't you?
You're very perceptive. Yes, I do love it. As much as I love this fountain.
The fountain?
Yes. Did Mrs. Broley tell you? No. I don't suppose she did. There's a legend goes along with this fountain.
A legend?
It's rather tragic.
All the better. The more romantic.
Perhaps. A man, someone who lived in that flat where you live now, as I lived, a man committed suicide at this very spot.
Oh, no. Why?
I think the phrase of the time was unrequited love.
Oh, Morley. That is romantic.
It didn't seem so then.
What?
I mean to say, the man must have felt the very depths of misery, experienced the most frightful emotional horrors to kill himself. He committed the greatest sin known to man, or God.
Suicide?
No. Despair. And in despairing, renounced his faith in God. No one who believes in God, truly believes, can ever give way to despair. Amanda, you remember that.
Yes, Morley, I shall.
As for the legend, the fountain ran red with blood, his blood. And then it stopped flowing, just stopped. They've tried to get it flowing again and again, but they have failed every time. According to the legend, it never will flow again until someone, somewhere, sometime, does something so supremely unselfish, so totally and completely selfless, that the sin of suicide committed here is paid for.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
And when that happens, if ever it does, the fountain will gush forth once more. I was wondering...
Yes?
Would you have any objection if I came in, only for a moment, to have a closer look at that painting?
Why, of course not. Come along.
Thank you, Amanda.
Your grandfather, was he a dramatic coach, too? Or did he just pose for...
No. He coached actors and actresses just as I do.
Well, there it is.
Yes, there it is.
Amazing, the resemblance.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Was your grandfather, was he the man who killed himself in the garden?
Yes.
And she, the girl in the painting.
Oh, he loved her. He loved her. And she loved him. Or so she let him believe. She was one of his pupils. Beautiful. Talented. I can't tell you how beautiful. How talented.
Oh, I shouldn't think you could, since you weren't born yet.
Yes, that's quite true. Quite true. It's only hearsay.
Well, what happened?
Well, she began to get rather good parts and began to be known. And, well, she met a wealthy man and fell in love with him. Or some said his money.
Oh, dear. It must have been tragic.
It was more than I could bear.
You?
Oh, my grandfather, of course.
But you said more than you could bear.
My imagination. I have a flair. I have a talent for placing myself in a situation of becoming the people involved. I imagine myself. Well, you've played the game called imagination, of course.
No, I've never even heard of it.
Oh, it's a wonderful game. And incidentally, extremely helpful to an actor or actress. Would you care to play it?
Well,
Let's do. Now, let's imagine ourselves to be, well, those two people in the painting.
All right. How do we go about it?
First, look closely at the painting.
Mm-hmm.
Try to see every detail. Every detail. For instance, the furniture.
Old-fashioned, high-backed couch with brocaded upholstery and animagassers.
That's right.
And the table lamps, beaded lamps they called them, I think.
That's right. And the gas jets on the walls. Notice?
How could I help but notice? I feel as if those lamps are actually lit. As if the gas jets are really glowing. As if
Yes.
I'm in the room with him. His arms around me, his lips close to mine. It's all so real. I am that woman in the painting.
You are. You have become her. You have become Iris Jordan.
Iris Jordan?
That was her name. Is her name because you bring it to life again. Iris. Oh, Iris.
No. What are you doing?
Darling,
Let me go.
I love you.
Molly. Mr. Norcross.
Please, Iris.
Unhand me, sir.
Iris.
You hear me, sir? Unhand me.
Please.
I've told you I no longer love you. I love another, Thomas Broley, and I'm going to marry him.
Don't do this to me, Iris, I beg you.
Miss Phillips.
I beg you,
Open the
don't.
door.
I can't bear it. I can't
Miss
bear it.
Phillips.
I'll kill myself. Do you hear me? I'll kill myself.
Miss Phillips. Miss Phillips. What is... Why were you crying out like that?
I guess I got carried away, but we were only playing a game.
A game? We?
Morley Norcross and... Why, he's not here. Mrs. Broley? Broley? Is your first name Iris?
Oh, what if it is?
Were you the girl in that painting?
I think you're out of your mind.
You were the girl in that painting, weren't you? You were an actress. And you were in love with Morley Norcross, but you jilted him for a man named Broley. Thomas Broley.
Miss Phillips, I will ask you to vacate these premises in the morning.
This room, that garden, they're haunted, aren't they?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. Not only the room and the garden, but that painting, all haunted by the ghost of Morley Norcross, the man you loved and then jilted more than 60 years ago. That's why you rent this place so cheaply. $45 a week. Tenants just don't stay here very long, do they? How long has it been since the last tenant, Mrs. Broley? How long?
Well, more than a year.
I see. What happened to the last tenant?
Dead. Found dead in the garden. She'd been strangled.
And that's why you weren't able to rent the place?
No. The tenant before...
Found dead? Strangled?
Yes, Oh, my dear child, I only pretended to be angry with you and demanded you to leave to save your life.
After letting me rent the place?
I hoped the haunting was over, but I see now it isn't. Morley's ghost will haunt this place, haunt me till the moment I die. You must go in the morning.
No.
No.
I'm not afraid of ghosts, Mrs. Broley. But more than that, I don't want to leave. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
I'm afraid I do.
What?
Because you've done what I'm almost sure the others did. They couldn't bring themselves to leave either. And they didn't know why. Nor did I then. But I think I'm beginning to know that. You've fallen in love with Morley Norcross, Miss Phillips. You've fallen in love with a ghost.
Well, there's a twist for you. Has Amanda fallen in love with the ghost of Morley Norcross? Or is some other power, some other force at work? Let's not forget that we've been talking about not ghosts, but the baffling, the mysterious complexities of the human mind. I'll return shortly with Act 3.
When you say Budweiser, when you say Bud, you said a lot of things nobody else can say. When you say Bud, you've gone as far as you can go to get the very best. Yeah. When you say Bud, you tell the world you know what makes it all the way. When you say Bud, you say you care enough to only want the king of beer. There is no other one. There's always something less. Because the king of beer is leading all the rest. When you say Budweiser, you said it all. You've said it all.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
At McDonald's, our hamburgers are 100% beef. Lean beef. Leaner than most ground beef you could buy. And you can count on it.
You can count on our beef. It's 100%. You deserve a break today at McDonald's.
100% beef. You can count on it.
Hey, mellow, huh?
Nice sounds like these are really sensational over a Delco car stereo tape system. The one with the tape deck concealed behind the radio dial. Ingenious. Order yours from your GM dealer. He can wrap it up in most models of GM's new 1975 cars and trucks. It's the only way you can get Delco stereo. Delco Electronics. The sound of General Motors.
Fall in love with a ghost. That surely must be a curious experience, to say nothing of a dangerous one. Especially when, if previous tenants of Amanda's little apartment did the same thing, they were strangled to death as a result. But why? Morley Norcross, his ghost, that is, seems a charming, gentle, anything but violent spirit. So why? Amanda certainly has no answer. As for Gil, the man who hopes to marry her...
I just don't plain believe it. This story of yours of what happened here last night.
True, Gil, every word of it. You can check it out if you want to. You're a lawyer. Go to police headquarters or wherever you go. Find out if 2 women were strangled here or not.
If you believe all this, what are you staying here for?
Mrs. Broley says, well, thinks, I've fallen in love with Morley.
Now I've heard everything. You in love with a ghost. Amanda, you don't think you are, do you? If you think that, then you need help, sweetie. You need help in a bad way.
Now you're telling me I'm crazy.
Well, if you're not, you certainly sound it.
I think you better go, Gil.
Now, wait a minute.
Please, Gil.
I take time off from the office to come down here and drive you to a tryout, your first audition for a Broadway play, and now you tell me to get lost.
I'm sorry, but you get me so upset, so angry with you, and we've never quarreled like this before, never.
Sweetheart, I am sorry. I really am. Now, come on now. Dry the eyes.
Oh, Gil.
I can't believe you're in love with a ghost. But you wouldn't be in love with another man, would you?
Oh, don't be silly. Let's go or I'll be late for my audition.
Belding and Maxwell.
Gilbert Franklin, please.
One moment.
Hello?
Gil? Amanda. Oh, Gil, I'm so excited.
You got the part.
Not the little part, the walk-on. But Gil, they listened to me for the ingenue lead. And I got it. I got it.
Ingenue lead? Hey, that's fantastic. I can't believe it.
I can't either.
Now, this calls for a celebration. I'll take you out to dinner tonight. A champagne dinner.
No. Let's celebrate here.
At your place?
I haven't cooked in a week. I'll go out and do some shopping.
Okay, and I'll bring the champagne. Enough for the 3 of us.
The 3 of us?
You, me, and your ghost boyfriend.
I don't think that's very funny, Gil.
Uh-oh, I put my foot in it again. Forgive me. Now, come on, tell me you forgive me.
I forgive you.
And, honey?
Yeah?
Ask Morley Norcross to forgive me, too.
Well, I just never.
I just never. You know, Amanda, that's virtually becoming a cue line for me.
Why?
Why have you gone so white? Why are you trembling so?
I know now that you're a ghost.
Oh.
It makes me feel scary.
Oh, please, no. The last thing in the world I want is to frighten you. That you ought to know that, particularly since I did all I could today to help you get the ingenue lead in Hope Springs Eternal.
You?
Didn't you know?
Yes, I did. I felt something. Something that lifted me above myself, above my talent. That made me act as I've never acted before. But I didn't know it was you.
It was. I was there all the time, coaching you. Now, still frightened of me?
No, not really. Only...
Yes.
Did you strangle them, Morley?
The 2 women who lived here before you? Yes. I confess it, I did.
Why?
The painting there above the fireplace. I didn't tell you the whole story behind it.
Why not?
I was ashamed.
Ashamed?
Of what I did to Iris, or tried to do. You see, my dear, she didn't leave me for Thomas Broley just because she'd fallen out of love with me. I was the reason she fell out of love. My ungovernable temper.
Temper?
Rage is a closer word. violent rage. Another word for it would be ego. My ego that demanded its way, or I would fly into an insane fury. Iris, yes, the withered little woman who was your landlady, feared me, loved me, but feared me. And that is why she left me. That is why, let me also confess, I killed myself out there by the fountain. Not from despair, as I told you. Not from misery. But from sheer, limitless, violent rage. And I have been paying for it ever since.
Oh, Morley. You helped me today. How can I help you?
Amanda, are you sure you want to?
Oh, yes.
Very sure?
Very sure.
Then meet me by the fountain tonight at 10 minutes of 12 tonight.
10 minutes of 12?
That was the hour I took my life. Promise you'll be there.
I'll be there, Morley. I promise.
All right, Amanda. All right, I'll leave.
Gil, don't be angry.
What'd you expect me to be? I invite you to dinner to celebrate. You say, oh, no, come to my place. I'll make dinner. I come, I bring the champagne, and from the minute dinner is over, you keep suggesting I leave.
Gil, it's late.
11:45 midnight is late.
It is for me. I've had a long, nerve-wracking day, and
Okay, I'm going. You want to know something? I may not be back.
Oh, Gil. The scent of lavender coming from the garden. Yes, Morley. I'm coming.
Yes, who is it?
Gil Franklin, Mrs. Broley.
Just a minute. What do you mean, disturbing an old woman at this hour of the night? I need my rest.
And I need my girl, Mrs. Broley. The girl I intend to marry.
What's that got to do with me?
Maybe nothing, maybe everything. All I know, there's something queer going on here, especially tonight. And I intend to get to the bottom of it. Mrs. Broley, I want to know the whole story. The whole story, you understand? Of what's happened in that room since Morley Norcross committed suicide over 60 years ago.
Amanda?
Morley.
I startled you again.
Not really. It's just 10 of 12.
And a beautiful moonlit night.
Very beautiful.
You're ready. You're sure you're ready to keep your promise.
Oh, yes. What do you want me to do?
Amanda, you think of me as a ghost.
You are.
Ghost, it's only a word, my dear, because I am dead doesn't mean I don't exist. I do. I am as alive as you, only I live on a different plane of existence now.
A different plane of existence?
You might even say a different level of consciousness.
I don't understand.
No mortal does. No mortal can.
Try.
It's as simple as this. Nothing is. Nothing begins, nothing ends. It's all the same. A continuum. Only on different levels, varying planes of life, of living. To sum it up, my darling, there is no such thing as life. No such thing as death.
I guess I don't understand.
You know, the level I'm on, I don't understand all of it either. This only do I know. The world that was once mine and is now yours is nothing but illusion. Illusion, my dearest. That is all it is. So it will be only an illusion you leave now.
Leave? My world?
To enter mine.
Oh.
You promised. Remember, you promised.
Yes, but... Oh, Morley, how can I leave it? My world?
Illusion.
Illusion, reality, call it what you like. I don't know. But Morley, I'm going to be the ingenue lead in a Broadway play. It's what I've wanted, dreamed of, yearned for since I was a child. I can't leave that.
You must.
I can't.
I tell you, you must. Can't you understand? What you're leaving is nothing. Nothing to what you'll find on my plane. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm giving you everything.
But what I want...
You promised! Rotten hell if you didn't promise.
You're strangling me.
You promised.
Morley.
You promised me!
promise. I didn't say I wouldn't. Only that I wanted something else. So much. So much.
You wanted it? That much? You want it? That much?
Yes.
But you would give it up? For me?
A promise is a promise.
Oh, and a selfless act is a selfless act.
What?
Amanda? Amanda?
She's not here in the room. The girl.
Look, Amanda. Look. And listen.
The fountain. It's flowing again. And birds singing in the garden at midnight.
Remember I said the fountain would never flow again, the birds sing no more, until someone, somewhere, sometime, did something so supremely unselfish, so totally and completely selfless, that the act of suicide committed here, my suicide, would be painful. Oh, Amanda. 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 I knew it would be you. I knew it. Amanda. And I was right. Amanda.
Gil! Oh, Gil!
Darling, darling.
The fountain. Oh, my God, the fountain.
Yes, it's flowing again, Mrs. Broley, and the birds are singing.
I don't understand.
Don't try. Just don't bother trying, Mrs. Broley.
But I must, because I've always had the feeling that if ever the fountain started again, I would stop.
You would...
Oh. Gil, catch her. She's fainted.
No, Amanda. She's dead.
Not dead, Gil. Alive. Very much alive. On another level. Another plane of existence. And, oh, God, make it a happier one for her. And Morley.
Planes of existence, levels of consciousness, the self, the over-self, the super-self. What do I know? Comes to that, what do you know? We don't. Because if what I read, what they tell me is so, our brains simply aren't equipped to understand. I once asked a Buddhist monk about this, and he said, you mustn't try to understand. Just experience. That says it all, I guess. I'll be back shortly.
If you take a look at the 1975 cars, you'll notice a European influence. And there are some new American cars that rival the Europeans. One being Buick's new Skylark SR, with its touring car interior and spirited little V6 engine. But don't think of the Skylark SR as a European tourer. We're proud of the fact that it's a Buick. You will be, too.
Buick.
Florence,
dedicated
Italy,
to the
1506. Leonardo da Vinci paints the Mona Lisa. Hudson and Landry are there with sun-sweet prunes.
Look, Senora, how many times I've got to tell you all I want's an Angelica smile?
Listen, Leonardo, get off my back. I've been trying to give you a smile for 6 weeks now. First you say I'm smiling too much, then not enough. I'm wasted. Besides, I'm hungry.
Here, have us some sun-sweet prunes.
They'll make me smile?
Sun-sweet prunes. Full of vitamins and minerals and other good things. They give you stamina you need to sit here another 6 weeks till I get you a smile right.
But why sun-sweet prunes?
Because more people eat sun-sweet than any other prunes. They're always fresh and moist and tender. Now eat your prawns and smile.
Oh, your eyes sparkle when you get mad, Lenny.
Cheer up with sun-sweet prunes. Think of them as vitamins with wrinkles.
Amanda Phillips didn't become a Broadway star. She became Mrs. Gilbert Franklin. Oh, she played the ingenue lead in Hope Springs Eternal, all right. But the play folded in New Haven. Well, if Morley Norcross was right, it doesn't much matter. After all, the world we live in, you and I, nothing but illusion. some illusion. Our cast included Diane Baker, John Newland, Ann Seymour, and Dennis Cole. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
Now, a preview of our next tale.
I'm not with the police, I swear it.
And why all the questions, huh? Why all the nosing around?
Ow, you're hurting me.
Take it easy. I don't want no trouble in here.
Say
something. She's got to be. Bess told her I do business in your place, and now she shows up here the next morning. Don't that sound fishy to you? Well, it's funny. Come on, baby.
Jimmy, don't. I was just the statue. Oh, I just wanted the statue.
The what? I guess she needs this thing. What's the statue got to do with... Wait a minute. Wait. You're right, Wormer. She's not a cop. Yeah, she's been acting like a cop, but that's not what she is.
Please. Oh, please let me go. I didn't mean any harm. Please let me go.
No,
Please.
sugar, you're not a cop at all. What you are is a nun.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Acid indigestion and this pressure. It's gas again.
Digel has told you that acid indigestion and heartburn are often accompanied by gas. Digel calls it gassed indigestion. Now, a report from the U.S. government confirms that the only ingredients recognized effective against both acid indigestion and gas are an antacid combined with simethicone. That's what Digel is. No antacid alone relieves like Digel.
Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. There's a common belief that in matters of criminal investigation, Scotland Yard stands fingerprint and microscope above the French Sûreté, the Italian Questura, the Russian NKVD, and even our own FBI. I've often felt that we in the USA could match malfeasance, felony, and forensic probing with anyone, anywhere. So it is with pride that we present a tale of deviousness, deceit, device, and detection in that city of American law and order, Washington, D.C.
Have you no faith, Inspector? No belief that I, Andrew Wolfe, could have gone straight?
Andrew, you wouldn't know how. After 40 years of embezzlement, bank robbery, every con, swindle, and heist in the book, how could you go straight?
Oh, I have a surprise for you, Inspector. I have not only become a law-abiding citizen, but I'm going to help you solve a murder that hasn't happened yet.
Our mystery drama, The Rivalry, based on one of the first Arsène Lupin adventures, was adapted especially for Mystery Theater by James Agate, Jr. and stars John Beale and Court Benson. It is sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule. I'll be back shortly with Act One. To those of us who are connoisseurs of criminal cunning, it's an axiom that patterns of wrongdoing repeat themselves. It's as though the malefactors of today have taken example from the masters of past crime. which is why today's detectives must be as scientifically knowledgeable and unrelenting as a Father Brown, a Lord Peter Wimsey, or a Sherlock Holmes. And indeed, such a man is Inspector James.
Interesting case, this. Probably the one that gave me the greatest headaches of my career. And certainly the first in which I had the assistance of a retired professional lawbreaker, Andrew Wolf. It began one sunny afternoon on the 1st of December. Sergeant Holloway and I were sauntering down Connecticut Avenue, returning to police headquarters.
Let's walk a little slower, Inspector. See that man half a block ahead of us who keeps turning around?
How could I miss him? A raggedy old man wearing a straw hat in the middle of winter?
He stopped now. He's bending down, tying his shoelace.
I know. I've been watching him. Watching us. Let's duck over to this store window and see what he does.
Look. Now he's moved over to that hardware store. He's looking into those mirrors on display.
So that he can keep an eye on us back here. Now, where have I seen that crazy straw hat before?
He's taking a package out of his coat, Inspector. He's put it on the sidewalk. Oh, I'd like to see what's in that package.
Oh, hold on. Isn't what he's doing a little obvious?
Obvious?
It's not the package on the sidewalk that's important. He's trying to attract our attention. So, why don't we take the hint and follow him?
Look, there he goes, dropping another package into a trash can.
And he knows we're watching. You pick up the packages, Holloway. If they're at all suspicious looking, call the bomb squad. I'll keep an eye on our man. There's something about that straw hat he's wearing that really bothers me.
But if he's up to something, why would he want the police to know about it?
Sergeant, that's exactly what I'm going to find out. The old beggar hailed a cab, and I followed in another, as far as a doorway on M Street in Georgetown. Then up a flight of stairs over a bookshop. You'll forgive me for not knocking, won't you?
My little room is honored by the presence of Washington's finest. I hadn't expected you for another 10 minutes, though.
Andrew, when I saw your scroungy-looking friend here wearing that particular straw hat, I said to myself, that's the hat. I've seen that hat at every racetrack in the country. It belongs to Andrew Wolf.
Now, how about that? You recognize my straw hat and wonder why this old bum, Louis, was wearing it. Perhaps old Louis has murdered my friend Andrew Wolf. Yes, indeed. Inspector James had better follow and find out.
I admit that was about the size of it, Andrew.
I'm touched. Excuse me a moment, Inspector, while I keep a promise. Louis, thank you for inducing the inspector to follow you. Here's the $10 I promised you. Goodbye, Louis.
Wherever did you find that character?
Inspector, in my profession, there's an army of such characters ready to do little jobs for a few dollars, and old Louis is one of them. Oh, John, he took my straw hat.
Kind of an ungrateful fellow, isn't he? Didn't even say thank you, just left.
Well, Louis can't speak. He's quite dumb, and a little deaf, too. I prefer an assistant who's speechless. Gets us both into less trouble.
I thought after all those years in prison you'd retire, Andrew.
What, from active service? I have.
Well, then why this elaborate scheme to get me here? Does the parole board have your address?
You'll never forget the past, will you, Inspector? You have no faith that I, Andrew Wolf, have gone straight.
Andrew, you wouldn't know how. After 40 years of embezzlement, bank robbery, every con and swindle and heist in the book, how could you?
So you're waiting around for me to stick my hand in somebody else's cookie jar, eh? Well, I have a surprise for you, Inspector. I'm not only a law-abiding citizen of Washington, D.C., but I'm going to become a friend of the police. I'm going to help you solve a crime.
Andrew, will you get on with it?
Have you had a report yet at your precinct of the murder of a young lady last night?
Murder last night? No, things were pretty quiet as far as I know.
You're quite sure? A ballet dancer or an opera singer? Someone who wears a costume? A young lady? No. Supposing I told you that a murder had been committed, and it's only a matter of hours before you find out.
Andrew, will you go ahead with this undiscovered murder of yours?
Right. Last night, a friend of mine who has a little private boat business up and down the Potomac was passing under the Arlington Bridge, and a paper bag landed on his deck. Some of the contents of that paper bag fell overboard, but I have here what my friend brought me, and I thought it might interest you, Inspector.
All this has something to do with a murder?
All right, take a look at what I've spread out on this table. A piece of a crumpled and torn newspaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
A cut glass inkstand with a silver top. Then a small piece of broken glass with a tiny hole in it. 2 folding paper boxes, a large Dixie cup, and lastly, and most interesting exhibit, an ornate kind of red-colored shawl with a gold tassel at one end. It's the kind of thing one might see on a costume. I'd say probably was part of a costume. People haven't worn brocaded shawls for over 100 years. Well, what do you think, Inspector?
You get me up here for a look at this junk pile.
You don't think it means anything?
Well, sure it means something. Some jerk of a second-story amateur was getting rid of what he didn't want by tossing it over the bridge.
Well, now, I'll tell you how I see it, my dear old friend. Yesterday evening, between 10 and midnight, a young lady dressed in some kind of a costume was wounded with a knife and then choked to death by a well-dressed gentleman wearing a monocle and interested in horse racing, with whom this young lady had been eating a hamburger and drinking a milkshake.
And to think I'm listening to all this gibberish in broad daylight.
Note, the piece of newspaper is a racing form. Note, the piece of glass has a little hole in it. I'd say part of a monocle. Note.
Sure. No one I know's worn a monocle in 50 years.
Well, that should narrow down the field then, wouldn't you say? Note the paper boxes and the Dixie cup. The well-dressed man picked up 2 hamburgers and a milkshake and joined the young female who wore a costume. Perhaps they went to his apartment, perhaps to hers. Maybe late, after the show. First, he stabs her with a knife and then strangles her with his shawl. If you look closely, Inspector, you'll see on the red material darker red stains. To me, it looks like a bloody knife has been wiped on it. After the deed, our murderer has to cover his tracks, get rid of the evidence. So he wipes off the knife, picks up a piece of his monocle, which probably broke in the struggle, takes a pair of scissors and cuts off this bloodied, stained part of the shawl. I'll bet you the rest of it is still in his victim's hands. He then wraps everything in a piece of the racing form he had in his pocket, adds a heavy cut-glass inkwell to weigh the parcel down, shoves it all into the paper bag he brought the food in, and over the bridge it goes. Fortunately for justice, it falls right into the hands of Andrew Wolf.
Thank you, Andrew. But I've got to go.
Why don't you take all this evidence along, Inspector? It may come in useful.
All right, if it'll make you happy.
The only thing I'd like to hang on to is this piece of the shawl. I know you don't believe there's blood on it. When you've discovered the other end of it, as I say, around the victim's neck, why don't you come back here in, say, 4 weeks, the end of the month? New Year's Eve. And I'll give you this part to match up with it. Oh, by the way, Inspector, when you arrest the fellow with the monocle, be careful. He's left-handed.
Glad you showed up, Inspector. Chief was asking for you. You know those packages that the old bum in the straw hat left in the street?
Don't tell me, I know. Empty boxes.
You never cease to amaze me, Inspector James. Well, did you catch up with that old bum in the straw hat?
I did. I certainly did. Well, what's with the chief?
A murder at the far end of Wisconsin Avenue. Top floor. 1333, or 3313.
The victim, a man or a woman?
It's a woman. The divisional surgeon is up there right now.
Ours?
Oh, yeah.
When did you get the report?
About an hour ago.
Did you say a woman?
Yes, young woman. Music hall singer or ballet dancer. Someone in show business. She was wearing a costume.
Oh, be a son of a gun.
Hi, James. Welcome to another fatality. I'm just about finished. Lab's on its way to take pictures. You know who it is?
Well, the name on the mailbox for the top floor is Jenny Sapphire.
Well, there she be. What's left of her?
Oh, Lord, that's awful. The poor girl. What's she got in her hands?
Let's have a look, Sergeant. A piece of red shawl. It's been cut off with scissors. Oh, no.
What do you think, Doctor? Isn't the inspector miraculous?
Well, James, you do fast work. It is cut with her scissors.
Oh, but look at the poor girl's neck.
And the expression on her face. Did you ever see such fear?
Well, my conclusions are that the victim was stabbed twice with a sharp instrument, a knife, a dagger.
Well, yeah, maybe even with the scissors.
Yes, and then strangled. A probable cause of death, asphyxia.
Yeah, but Doctor, there's no discoloration on the neck.
Well, she may have been throttled with that shawl.
The way she's hanging on to it. The hands clenched.
I wonder what happened to the rest of the shawl.
It's possible the murderer cut it off, Harry, because it had blood stains and fingerprints on it. Let's have a look around the apartment, Holloway. We worked over the case the rest of that week. Everything we came up with matched the conclusions handed me by Andrew Wolf. It burned me up no end to think that no-good thug had flaunted the right answers to a crime he didn't even know was committed. Or did he know? It bugged the blazes out of me that Wolf could have been right all along. And as a result, it put me into a terrible temper. Holloway, where the devil is that man?
He was here a moment ago, Inspector.
Holloway!
Yes, Inspector, coming.
Well, it's about time. Now, you go in there and wait at my desk for me to come back. You hear?
Yes, Inspector. Oh, boy. What's the matter with him, Harry?
It's darned if I know. It's been coming on for days.
Coming on? It's here. Every time we get to a new conclusion on the Jenny Sapphire case, the inspector gets angrier. Day before yesterday, I found a few more pieces of glass in the victim's room, and I said, hey, these all fit together. It's a monocle. Oh, you should have seen him, Harry. He hit the roof.
Take a look at that sheet of paper at the inspector's desk. Look at his doodling. He's drawing animals.
Huh. What is that? Head of a dog?
Oh, no. That's a pretty good likeness of a wolf. Look at those fangs. Now, why would he draw a wolf?
Well, the inspector might draw an Andrew Wolf if he could. You heard what Inspector James said, didn't you? That it burned him up, that a man he'd sent behind bars could take a few assorted pieces of evidence and string them together to make sense. To be outwitted by an ex-felon was an indignity that no self-respecting guardian of the law could put up with. Could you? I'll be back shortly with Act Two. The problem facing the good detective is to distinguish between hard evidence and red herrings. Henry David Thoreau, who went to jail rather than compromise his beliefs, had an amusing view of law and the lawless, and used to joke about it. He said that sometimes circumstantial evidence is very strong, as when you find a trout in the milk. However, Inspector James doesn't think this such a laughing matter.
Some more background on the Sapphire case, Inspector.
All right, let's have it.
Well, I checked the place where she worked. The old music hall at the end of the alley behind Wisconsin Avenue. her boss, Billy Jacobs, told me she'd been to Russia about 2 years ago on a State Department exchange program and brought back with her a very expensive sapphire. Some bigwig over there gave it to her, he said.
A sapphire?
Oh, that's right. That's why she took it for a stage name.
Did anyone besides her boss know she had it?
Well, I asked him that, and he didn't know.
At least we now have a possible motive behind the killing.
Robbery?
You bet it's robbery. That's why our apartment was turned upside down. At least this is one piece of evidence old Andrew didn't know about.
Andrew who?
Oh, never mind. Boys, I think we're beginning to crack this case. First things first. I had to tackle those who knew Jenny Sapphire. So I called the old music hall and asked for the boss, Billy Jacobs. He wouldn't be in till that night during the second show. I got there at 9 and waited in the wings for him.
You wanted to see me, Inspector?
Are you Billy Jacobs?
Impressive. The one and only.
I'd like to know all you can tell me about Jenny Sapphire.
Wonderful girl. Great loss. She'll be missed.
And?
After I told your sergeant the other day about as much as I know, he told you, didn't he, how she got her name? From that Russian sapphire she brought back. A big son of a gun it was. Of course, Jenny was a beautiful girl. And I won't tell you that.
Was Miss Sapphire married?
Not so far as I know.
Had a lot of boyfriends?
You kidding? Talented, beautiful. She was young, pretty. She sang, she danced. She's been with me a couple of years, since she was 17. So what I'm saying is, she attracted a lot of attention.
So she had many admirers, huh?
Flowers, at least twice a week.
Any one in particular? Steady interest?
Inspector. When I tell you this man's name, I don't want you to say you ever get it from me. Not that I owe the man anything. But he's so high up in the government that if he thought I told you, oh boy, you know, he's got influence.
You're probably not the only one who knows his identity.
Oh, yeah. I think I am. At least so far as Jenny is concerned. No one around here ever saw him. He never came to the show. He wait outside in a big black car, shades drawn. And she'd run out and climb in. But I sure know who he was. Hey, Inspector, let's go into my office where it's quieter, okay? The man's name is Robert Clay.
You mean the Robert Clay? He used to be a congressman, then became an ambassador?
Yeah, the same.
He's the one who used to pick up Jenny Sapphire in his car every night?
Well, not every night, but after the performance, maybe I'd say 3 times a week.
What's Clay doing now? No, I remember. He's retired. Said he was through with politics. Spends a lot of his time at the racetrack. Yeah, that post in Moscow was the last one he had. Of course. That's where he must have met Jenny Sapphire, in Moscow. Mr. Jacobs...
now listen, you call me Billy, Inspector. Everyone does.
Oh, Billy. Billy, that last night when Jenny played here at the old music hall, do you remember anything particular about it?
Matter of fact, I do. She came in earlier than usual for the second evening show.
Yeah.
And she asked me, would I get her 2 burgers malted for when she came off at 10:15. I say, oh, yeah, sure. She say, hold them for me at the stage door, Bill, and I'll take them with me. So I did. And then when she came down dressed,
I handed her the bag, and she said, "I'll pay you tomorrow, Billy." And she ran out, jumped in the guy's car. And that was the last I ever saw of her.
The net was closing in. It was too bad that the murderer hadn't bought the burgers and the mullet himself. That might have given us a witness. But I knew I didn't have enough to tie Clay or anyone else to the murder. Not one solitary fingerprint. And then suddenly, I began to suspect Andrew Wolf. Had he deliberately laid a smoke screen across the trail? Police headquarters. Inspector James speaking.
How are you doing, Inspector?
Is that you, Andrew?
2 weeks more, and I hope to see you with the other part of that shawl.
What did you call me for, Andrew?
Now I detect a certain testiness in your voice. The case isn't getting you down, is it?
I'm very busy.
If you're having a hard time trying to tie a suspect to the evidence, may I suggest something?
Go ahead. Suggest.
I don't want to interfere, but just a thought.
Suggest.
Remember, I want to see you New Year's Eve with the other half of that red shawl.
I'm under no obligation to bring you anything.
Well, of course you're not, Inspector. If I were you, I'd double-check that piece of newspaper, the racing guide. If I remember, it had a yellow paper tag on it, which might be useful. Goodbye.
I could have killed that rascal. He was right. That's what made me so angry. I got out that piece of the racing form he'd given me, and there was a yellow address tag on it. Whoever it belonged to was a subscriber to the sheet. The name had been torn off, but a few numbers remained. I put Holloway onto it. He came back in a few hours.
You won't believe this, Inspector.
Sergeant, were they able to identify the subscriber or not?
I presume what you gave me is something to do with the Jenny Sapphire murder?
To whom did the paper belong, Holloway?
To Robert Clay. You know who he is. Our former ambassador to Russia.
I know.
Oh, come on, Inspector. Why don't you let me in on this?
I don't follow you.
Oh, this isn't a simple old murder case involving a music hall entertainer and a politician. This has got international implications. Oh, don't you trust me? Do you think that the State Department will let us work with them?
Fergus Holloway, what in blazes are you talking about? International complications, State Department.
The inkwell.
The inkwell?
One of those items in the box marked evidence, case 3536, the Sapphire case. The chopped up shawl, the burger cartons, and so on. Well, the glass inkwell. I had it checked out.
The inkwell?
Well, I knew you wanted me to. I have to do some things without being told. It's Russian. Russian glass. Silver hinge top with a Russian inscription on it.
So it's an antique inkwell. Jenny could have picked it up as a souvenir. Or when she was in Russia, maybe she even knew Clay. Maybe he gave it to her. But just the same, you have given me an idea about something very peculiar.
I have, Inspector?
When it was checked for fingerprints, what did the lab report?
No fingerprints. Nothing.
What Holloway had helped me realize was whoever had murdered Jenny Sapphire had wiped that inkwell very carefully. Certainly, since the days of the Tsar, someone should have left fingerprints. Harry, have a look at these photographs. That is Robert Clay, former congressman, former ambassador to Russia, now a Georgetown resident. How would you size him up? You're an expert on physiognomy.
Tough, disappointed, playboy, maybe. Could be cruel. Oh, that monocle. Is he kidding?
an affectation.
Oh, maybe. That monocle is made to order by a firm right here in Washington. They make all of Clay's monocles. The prescription is identical with this one. I'll show you. I'll dump the pieces out of the envelope. You recognize these pieces?
Well, of course I do. Holloway picked them up from the floor near Jenny Sapphire's body.
All except this one piece. The one with the little hole at the edge. I got that from an informant.
Oh, yes. Well, that must be a hole through which they string the thread you put around your neck.
Harry, I think we've enough evidence here to put a much heavier cord around someone's neck.
However, you're telling me that this man, this Robert Clay, knifed and strangled Jenny Sapphire?
I got a real strong hunch, yes.
But you don't have a motive.
If he needed money, she owned a sapphire worth a great deal. Maybe he gave it to her. Maybe he wanted it back. Losses at the racetrack. We don't know yet. He's hidden the stone. He turned the place upside down.
Must be an angle.
That could be it. The angle. Could you tell from the angle of the knife thrusts how strong the attacker was?
Oh, quite strong, oh yeah.
Was he very close to
her? Just close enough.
Anything else?
Well, there weren't serious wounds, mind you. It was the strangling that caused her death. You know, I always thought it strange the way we found her holding on to that shawl for dear life. At least the part that wasn't cut away.
I haven't figured that either. Harry, think now about the assailant. Do you know anything else?
Yes. But I think I told you, didn't I? The murderer was left-handed.
Interesting belief about left-handedness, which since early days has been linked with the sinister. A left-handed compliment, even today, is considered malicious or insincere. It begins to dawn on Inspector James that the man he is looking for may not only be left-handed, but two-faced. I shall return shortly with Act 3. In case your attention has been wandering, let me capsulize. Andrew Wolfe, a retired criminal, gives his old nemesis, Inspector James, a number of material clues which make it appear that a man once in high political office may have caused the death of a music hall entertainer. The problem is that no one has yet identified the suspect as having anything to do with the victim. Much hearsay, but no fact. And so we find the inspector burning the midnight oil at police headquarters, puzzling out a solution.
Police headquarters. Inspector James speaking.
You're up late, aren't you, Inspector?
Andrew, what do you want?
Just to be helpful. After all, I'm looking forward to our meeting New Year's Eve.
It's a little early to wish me Happy New Year.
You're having trouble getting proof positive, aren't you, Inspector? You've a suspect, but it's not open and shut.
Well, this business is never easy.
Retrace your steps, Inspector. Someone may have been lying to you. Good night.
Hello, Mr. Jacobs.
Oh, well, hello, Inspector. You're too late. Last show's over. Everyone's gone home. I'm just checking the receipts.
That's you I've come to see, Billy. Do you remember identifying the two little boxes in which you brought some hamburgers to the theater?
Yeah, I do. And a malted milk for Jenny.
Well, I'd like you to come down to police headquarters with me now and let us take your fingerprints.
My fingerprints? But why? I haven't done anything.
Well, if I were less than honest, Billy, I'd tell you it's purely routine, but it's not.
You mean now? This time of night? Of course, you're going to find my fingerprints on those boxes. I handled them.
True. Then again, we might find your prints somewhere else.
What do you mean?
Well, shall we say in Miss Sapphire's room?
I was never in her room. I swear to her, I've never...
The night Miss Sapphire died, you weren't there? Billy, it'd be much easier for you if you'd tell me the truth.
How did you know?
Why didn't you tell me before?
It was easier to say it happened the way I said it did. I didn't want to get involved.
Go on, Billy.
The first part was all true about Jenny asking me to pick up her stuff. But I guess she was so excited about a date that she ran out the stage door before I could stop her. So anyway, after the theater was empty, I walk over to where she lived. Top floor, number 1333, Wisconsin. I knock on her door and I say, "Hey, Jenny, I brought you hamburgers. You forgot them." And this man opened the door. He was her boyfriend, I guess. It was the first time I've ever seen him. He took the bag from me. He nodded. He goes back in. Then I hear Jenny call out, "Thank you, Billy. That was real sweet of you. Good night." She was alive then, Inspector. I hear her voice. And then I walked away. Now, that's the real truth.
I show you a photograph, Billy. Was this the man who answered the door?
Yeah. That's him, all right.
Those are the ABCs of investigation. Sometimes you have to bluff your way to the truth. Billy Jacobs had left no fingerprints in Jenny Sapphire's room. But then again, he might not have been above helping himself to a valuable sapphire. However, as they say, the finger of suspicion pointed directly elsewhere.
Yes, gentlemen.
Mr. Robert Clay?
Yes, that is me.
We're from the Washington Police. I'm Inspector James, and this is Sergeant Holloway.
Oh, well, I would like to help you, gentlemen, but I am just on my way out. You'll excuse me.
Now, this won't take long, Mr. Clay, and it's a rather urgent matter.
I am afraid I can't talk to you now.
Slammed the door right in our face. Shall I break it down, Inspector?
I'm afraid we're going to have trouble. Holloway, go around back and cut him off in case he tries to leave that way. I'll hit the call box for some more men.
Mr. Clay, I'm Sergeant Holloway. I can see you're opening the back door a crack. Now, let me warn you that to try to run for it only makes your case worse. Now, why don't you just come out peaceably?
I won't be harassed this way. Do you hear me?
Mr. Clay, I ask that you cooperate with us. It'll make it easier all around. Now, would you just mind opening the back door wide and standing away from it?
Now, don't you come any nearer, whoever you are. I haven't got the slightest compunction in defending myself with this crowbar.
Now, Mr. Clay, don't be childish. We mean you no harm.
Holloway, duck! He's got a gun in his left hand! No one was hit. I had Andrew Wolf to thank for warning me that the man I wanted was left-handed. It was with that hand he had fired. Holloway and I rushed him and disarmed him, and by 9 o'clock that morning we had Clay in custody.
You know I have the right to consult my attorney before answering any questions. Now, I have put in a call to him, but he is not yet at his office. Let us get this over with.
I want you to know, Mr. Clay, that I've sent Sergeant Holloway with a warrant around to your house.
What for?
To search for anything that would link you to the murder of Jenny Sapphire.
I do not know what you are talking about.
Jenny Sapphire had a 4-week singing engagement in Moscow when I believe you were there as ambassador.
I didn't know any Jenny Sapphire.
At that time, she called herself Jenny Hart. I understand all exchanges of Soviet and American artists were known to your office. You never met Jenny in Russia?
No.
I have asked a witness who has identified a photograph of yours to be present.
Well, what does that prove? I have had my picture taken. Have him in. Let's get this over with.
Turn around in your chair and face the wall, Mr. Clay. I shall address you as Mr. Jones. Mr. Jacobs, would you come in, please? Mr. Jacobs, you told me that you believed Miss Sapphire and a certain gentleman knew one another. Where did you get that information?
I don't know exactly, Inspector. I mean, I heard it, and I assume the man she was seeing regularly was that gentleman.
Will you turn around, Mr. Jones? Mr. Jacobs, I ask you now to take a look at this gentleman. Have you ever seen him before?
I'm not sure. The man I saw had evening clothes and whatchamacallit, in the eye.
Mr. Jones, I notice you have a black silk cord from your lapel to your handkerchief pocket. Is that a monocle?
Yes, it is.
Would you mind placing it in your eye? No, not your right eye. Your left eye. That's where you usually wear it, isn't it? Can you identify the gentleman now, Mr. Jacobs?
No, I wish I could be more positive, but I can't.
There's no similarity to the man you saw in the doorway of Miss Sapphire's apartment?
I wouldn't say no. It might be him, but I couldn't swear to it.
You wanted to see me, Chief?
Sit down, James. About the Sapphire case. It's been a week since you picked up Robert Clay. I think we'll have to drop the charges against him.
Why so?
His attorneys produced a pretty hard alibi for the night in question. He turned up a ticket stub and a program for a concert at the center. That concert lasted till midnight, so Clay couldn't have picked up Miss Sapphire at the music hall at 10:30. She went with someone in a car. It wasn't him. Moreover, there are a number of young men in the diplomatic service who wear monocles, 4 of them actually living in Georgetown. Those daggers found in the Clay house, clean and inconclusive. So what do we have? Half of a shawl with a tassel, no blood, no fingerprints on it except the victim's. If we could lay our hands on the other half of the shawl, maybe we'd have a case.
The other half?
We've no case against Clay. So I'm notifying his attorneys we're dropping the charges.
Chief, can you wait till tomorrow?
What'll happen tomorrow? You had almost a month.
I think I can come up with the evidence you need.
What, the other end of the shawl?
Yes.
Is this a hunch?
It's more than that. But I need one thing. Would you authorize the property clerk to release to me the half of the shawl we found in Jenny Sapphire's hands?
Why not? James, I don't know what you're up to, but I wish you luck.
Andrew Wolf had said, "You'll be coming to see me on December 31st with the other half of the shawl. Then I'll let you have this piece." I hated like anything to find myself obeying this devil, but I had to.
Was I right about the shawl? Cut in half with scissors? Right on the button. Frankly, Inspector, I consider this caper the epitome of my career. Did you bring the shawl?
I did. The half that was in the victim's hands. Have you the other half?
Right in this bag. All right, let's compare. Let's put them on the table. Spread yours out on the right, and let the tassel hang over the edge. Right. And I'll spread mine on the left. Well, Inspector Know-It-All, wasn't I right? The scissor cuts correspond exactly. Let me show you something else. Come to the window. I'll hold my piece of the shawl against the glass. What do you see?
Great Scott, this was it.
You see what I see, don't you? The mark of 5 fingers and a palm. Bloody fingerprints. What did I tell you?
It's the evidence. If those prints will show up.
The murderer held that shawl with the same blood-stained hand with which he stabbed the victim.
Yes, a very clear imprint of a left hand.
All right, take this half. It's yours. I promised it to you, and good luck and good hunting in your laboratory.
Andrew, I was angry with you. Furious, in fact. But in all truth, I have to admit, no more.
I wanted to have a look at that piece of the shawl the victim had. Let me see it for a moment, will you? Now, don't be afraid. I'll give it back.
Sure. Here you are.
Almost identical to the half thrown off the bridge. Tassel and everything. Will you look at that tassel? She must have made this shawl herself. You know, I examined the piece I had, and inside the tassel I found a sacred medal she must have stitched into it. Touching, isn't it?
What are you doing to the other tassel? Be careful of that half. Don't smudge those fingerprints.
Oh, I won't. Interesting the way these tassels are made. Braided gold cord wound around a tiny wooden cup, big enough to hold a medal or anything. Even a sapphire. Will you look at that? Beautiful, isn't it? Did you ever see a stone this perfect? This size?
Give that back to me. It's part of police evidence.
Just think, that poor girl had hidden the only thing precious to her.
Andrew, hand it over. You give that sapphire back or I'll...
Oh, what, you idiot. Did you think I handed you all that evidence for nothing? A murder has been committed for this stone. For 4 weeks, I've kept you on the move, and you never even guessed. Now, you listen to me, my friend. I've given you 5 fingerprints of a left hand for your trouble. You can have the murderer, and I'll have the sapphire.
And so the curtain descends on today's Theater of the Mind, where you see